Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video, we're gonna make this awesome fitness center website using the Elementor and the WordPress. So without wasting any time, let me show you the demo of the website which we're gonna make in this video from start. Okay, so let's me refresh this website from start, and after refreshing, I will show you the demonstration of the website which we're gonna make in this video. So you can see that here we have the Gym Rock website, and this is the fitness center website. If you want to make a fitness center website for your business, you can use this tutorial step by step to make this type of website. So here you can see that we have our hero section, and here you can see that we have the transparent image in the background, and here we have this type of layout. Here we have this type of button where we have this hover effect. Also you can see that when I scroll below, then this part of the header will always sticky at the top like this. So here we have the two section header. The first header, here we have the map, its location, and here we have the social icon, so you can link your fitness center social icons here, social icon pages. And after that you can see that we have the second row, which is the main header. Here we have the logo of the fitness center website, and here we have all of the menus. Here we have the learn more button, so here you can add your brochure and all about the pricing and plan. Here you can see that we have this type of hover effect on this type of menus. Also when you click on this menu, it will take you to the respective section. Okay, so let me refresh this website again, and I will show you the other sections also. So you can see that let's refresh this website, and you can see that how fast we are having this sequence animation. So I will show you how you can make this type of sequence animation in your website step by step. Also, we are not gonna import any pre-made template like other YouTubers. We're gonna make everything from scratch step by step. So if you are new to our channel, like and share our videos with the friends, subscribe to the channel for this type of awesome videos. Okay, so let's go to the next section. Here you can see that we have this about us section. Here you can showcase this type of layout. Here we have the 50 plus experienced trainer, 27 plus years of experience. So you can add this type of information about your fitness center website. Here you can see that we have the learn more button, about us. Okay, so let's go below. Here we have all types of services, so you can showcase all types of services here. Also you can see that when I click on this about, it will take me to the about section which we have already covered. Okay, so here we have the services, so you can just click on these services. So you can see that this menu will automatically highlight when I move to their respective section. So here you can see that we have the services section. So here you can showcase all your services like personal training and this type of services. So okay, and you can showcase all of this in a beautiful manner. Here I also have the images, so let me show you the animations of this section also. So this is a beginner friendly tutorial. If anyone want to learn how to make this type of website by using Elementor and the WordPress, he can use this tutorial to watch step by step. I will also give you all the images in the video description for free, so you can follow along with me step by step. Okay, so you can see that we have this type of animations. So let's go below. Here we have the why choosers section. Here we have this type of expert trainers and staff. Okay, so you can showcase here all of this information. Right now I have the same content, but you can add your own content here. Okay, so let's go below. Here you can showcase all your testimonials and reviews of your client who came to your fitness center, so it's make some trust to the future clients. So you can showcase this type of information in your website also. Here you can see that we have the transparent image which is always sticky behind. So you can, so when you scroll up and below, then this image will always sticky behind. So this is giving a very cool effect. So I will show you how you can make this type of effect also. Okay, so let's go below. Here you can see that we have our dedicated trainer. So here you can add your trainers information, like suppose you have any personal trainer, you have any strength trainer, so you can showcase all of their information here. Also you can add their social icons here like this. Okay, so we have this information and text section also. So here you can see that we have the FAQ section. So if you want to add some question and answer and which your client regularly asks, so without answering them again and again, so you can add a FAQ section in your website where you can list all of your questions and answer, and the client will go and here they can see all of this question and answer at one place. Okay, so this is very best practice to add in your website FAQ section. Also I will show you how you can make this type of awesome FAQ section in your website. So let me click on the testimonial, and after that we are moved to the FAQ. Here you can see that we have this type of accordion here. I will show you how you can make this type of FAQ section also. And also you can see that here we have transparent and this blackish image, drops image. Okay, so I will show you how you can build that also. Then here you can see that we have the contact us form. So if anyone want to have some query, if anyone have some query for your website or for any plan, you can just fill out this form, and you can just fill out this form with all their information, and this mail will come in your email. Okay, so I will show you how you can make this type of awesome form also in your website. This is the contact us form. Here we have the submit now button. Okay, so this here we have the first name, last name, email and phone number. So you can just customize it according to you also. At last you can see that we have our beautiful footer. So you can add all your programs and quick links and all your contact details here. And here you can see that we have this gym rock footer. Here we have the social icons and all. Also here we have the scroll to the button, so when I click on this button it will take to the top of the website like this. Here you can see that we have the link to the about, services, testimonial, trainers and contact. Okay, so these all are working. So let me show you the mobile part of this website. So let's go to the instruct part. Here you can see that we have this website fully responsive for all the screens, whether you are using on the tablet, 14-inch tablet or any screen. So this website will adapt the screen size accordingly. So this is the power of the Elementor. Okay, so you can see that here this fully responsive website. So let me refresh the website and I will show you the animations in the mobile part also. So here you can see that when I scroll below, all the animations are fully working. We have the building about us section. Here we have the our services section. So let's go below. Here you can see that all the animations are properly working. Okay, so you can see how cool this is looking. Here we have the testimonial section where we have this type of animations also working. Okay, again we have the trainer section. All the trainers are fully responsive. Then we have the FAQ section. FAQ section is also fully responsive. Okay, so I will show you how you're gonna build this type of website by using the Elementor and the WordPress. And also we're gonna make this everything from scratch. We are not gonna import any pre-made template like other YouTubers. Okay, so I will show you how you can build this step by step without using any shortcut. We're gonna build this custom design fully by using from scratch. Okay, so let's go below. Here we have the contact us section, and here we have all of these form. Okay, so they are fully responsive. Here the footer is also responsive. So let's click on this scroll to the button. We are on the top again. So here you can see that we have this beautiful header fully responsive for the mobile screen. Here we have the address. Here we have the social icon, and here we have the logo, learn more button, and here also I have the toggle menu. So this is the mobile menu. We can click on this menu to go to their respective section. Suppose I want to go to the about, I want to go to the services. Okay, so you can just click on this and it will take you to their respective section. Okay, so this is a single pager website, and this type of single pager website are largely used for the fitness industries. Okay, so I will give you all of these images in the video description for free, so you can just follow along. Also, if you want to buy this website, so all the links are in the video description. We are selling this website at very affordable rates, so you can check out. All the links are in the video description. We also make many types of websites kit. All are available in my website. So if you want to buy any kit, you can just check out the description. You will find the link. Also, if you want to buy the Elementor Pro, we are selling the Elementor Pro at very affordable rates. Okay, so all the links are in the video description. Do check it out. Okay, so let's start the video, and without wasting any time, we're gonna build this step by step. Okay, so for making this website, I have installed a fresh WordPress installation. So let me show you the themes and the plugin which we're gonna use in this video for making this website. So let's go to the appendice, and in the appendice, I am using this official Elementor theme, Hello Elementor theme, and let's go to the plugins option. And in the plugins, you can see that I have the Elementor and its Pro version. So if you want to buy the Pro version, we are also selling the Elementor Pro. And let's move further. Here you have to just make a new page, home page, and after that you have to go to the settings and go to the reading option, and here you have to choose the static page as the home page. Okay, so when you save the changes, so when you go from here and you can click on this visit sites. So when you visit the site, it will always open your home page. Okay, so this much is done. So let's go to the media option, and here I will upload some images. So I will give you all of these images in the video description, so you can follow along with me. Okay, so let me upload all of these images and I will get back to the video again. Okay, so you can see that all of these images are uploaded now, and I will give you all of these images in the video description. Okay, so after that, let's go to the main website, and here we have to So now we have to go to the pages and we have to open this page in a new tab, and we have to open this with Elementor. So after that, let me copy the color codes and what are the fonts which we are required for making this. So I'm going to use this color picker tool. So I'm using the color picker eyedropper. It's the extension of the Google Chrome, so you can just have it from the Google Chrome extensions store. So just click on this pick store, pick color. After that we have to go to the specific color where we want to pick this, so it will automatically copy the hexa code. So after that we have to go to the site settings, so click on this settings, and here you will find the global colors. Just click on this global colors, and here you can see that we have some custom colors, so we have to just add these colors here. So let's first add this. Here we can name this color theme sky blue. Okay, then after that we have to add another color, which is the black one. So we can just go here and we can copy this color. After that we have to just paste this color, and here we can write BG theme. Okay, now let's save the changes. After that we have to close this. So let's close this, and here we can refresh it one more time. Okay, after that we can refresh this, and you can see that. So let's start making this. So for making this section, first we're gonna make the hero section, and after that we're gonna make the header and footer. Okay, so for making the hero section, we can just add the flexbox container. We can choose the two section layout. Here this is the structure, so we can rename this. So this is very easy to understand which section is which in our website while making. So we can just rename this to the hero section, and here we can choose 1300 max width, and here you can find we can just have 80 pixel to the top padding and some below padding also. After that we're gonna remove the padding at last. I will show you why. So let's go to the inner containers. We can name this 1 and 2 also. So let's remove all of the excess padding from here which come from the default. So here you can see that we have the black background. So for that we can go to the main section, go to the styles, and here you will find the background type classic. So here we have to choose the image. So the background image is this. So let me upload this. Okay, and after that we can go to the position, center and center, and here you will find the display size would be cover, and also we can go to the background overlay. Here we will have this blackish color. Okay, and here we can just have this like this. So this is done. Now we can add an image here. So let's drag and drop this image like this. So we have to choose this image. So the image which we are choosing is this. So you can see that I am giving the PNG image of this. Okay, then after that here we have to add this text. So let's add this heading here, and here we can add this copy this text from here like this. We can just click on this hero and we can make everything in the center. Let's duplicate this, and here also we can copy this text and we can duplicate this. Now you can see that here we have this, and here we have to choose the fonts. So here we can choose this font, and you can see that here we have the caps font, and here we can make this uppercase. Okay, now we have to change this color, so we can use the theme sky blue. Okay, and here we can make this 18 pixel. Then here you can see that we have this. For that we're gonna use the new. Okay, Beaver's new, and then we can increase the font size of this. We can make this 90 pixel, and here we can make this 500 width. Okay, and here we can copy this text like this. So we can make this white. So let's make this completely white. Okay, and let me increase the font size of this to 100 pixel. Okay, then after that you can see that here we have the para also. So let me upload this para, and here we have to change this color also. So let's change this color, and here also you can choose whatever font you want. So I am not updating the fonts. You can choose a font according to you. Okay, like this. Then after that you can see that we have this button. So for adding the button we can just go to this, and here we can add a drag and drop this button. Here you can change the button text, get in touch, and here you can just add the links of your website where you want to redirect this. Okay, now let's change these colors. So here we're gonna use black color. Okay, and here we can increase some padding. So let's have the 18 pixel padding, and here we can choose hell. So here you can choose whatever font you want. Okay, according to you. And here you can see that on the hover we have this color, but this is not looking good. So let me go to the hover, and here we're gonna use the background color to the white, and this color would be the black. Okay, like this. Here also you can see that we have the animations, shrink animation. So to add the animation you can choose here. So much animations are there. So let's choose the shrink animations. Also we have to add the 30 pixel top margin like this. Okay, so this is done. Let's update this now. So you can see that here we don't have any padding in the below. Okay, but in our section we have this padding below. So how to remove this? We can click on this hero and we can remove the padding from here. Okay, like this. Now let's publish again. Okay, so you can also preview this from here. So if you want to preview, you can just preview this here. Also you can preview the live website here. So we can click on this view page, so it will open this here. Okay, so you can see that our first section is ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the about us section. Okay, so let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the about us section. So for making the about us section, we can just again use the two section layout like this, and here we can have the about. Here we can have the 1300 max width, and here we can have the 80 pixel to the top, 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, and we can go inside, and here we can have the advanced. Here also we can have this. Now let's go to the about again, and here we can have the BG color. Okay, now you can see that here we have this image. So let me upload the image here, and I can choose the image. So whatever image is required, you can just choose according. So let's choose this image. Here you can see that we have this section here. So we can copy this section like this. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor, that you can copy any sections from anywhere to any tab. So you don't have to make those sections again and again. Okay, so just you have to make that one time and you can use the same section everywhere. Okay, so you can see that we are using the same. Here we can just change the text now. So let me go here and we can change the text. So let's click on this about here, and here we can have this. Here we can have 16. Okay, now we can copy this text here. So let's copy this, and also we can copy this button. So let's copy this, and here you can see that. So here you can see that we have built the about section, but here we have to add this layout also. So you can see that these boxes width are smaller than this full width. So how we can add this type of sections? So let's add a new container, and here we can remove all of these paddings from here. Let's add one container more, and we can remove all of these paddings. Okay, then here we can rename this counter section. Okay, like this counter section, and inside this we can add containers. Okay, so here we already have the two sections, so just we have to duplicate this, and here we have to write counter box, and here we can make this space between and center. Now we can go inside this counter section. For this we can make this 80%, and for the second one also we can make this 80%. Okay, let's first color this. So we can use this color, and for the texture we can use this color. Okay, then here we can use the center, and here we can use the counter. Okay, let's add some padding to this counter. Okay, here you can see there are 50 plus experienced trainers. 50, and here you have the suffix 50 plus. Experienced trainers, and here you can see that we have the number, and we can make this completely black. And here we can choose the here we can choose the Helvetica font. Okay, so you can choose any font according to you. Here I'm going to choose the Helvetica font. Let's increase the font size to this. And here for the title also we can use the Helvetica font, and here we can increase this. Okay, like this. Okay, and here you can see we have this number, so we can just make this 43. And here you can see that we have this counter section. Here we can make this 60 pixel. Now let's click on this and remove this. Okay, and also you will have some background music in the video, so please. Okay, so here we can just duplicate this. Now let's duplicate this again. Here you can see that we have the 60 pixel. Here we also have the 60%. Okay, you can also change this layout from here. So let's me use the 80% here. Okay, let's use the 90% width also. So here we can make this full width, and here also we can make this full width. Now we can make this in the center. Okay, this is already in the center. Okay, and now we can just preview this here like this, so you can see. And here we can make everything in the center. So after that you can see this will be in the center. Now here we have this counter box. So let me go to this, and here we can add this to the top like this. So you can see that we have successfully built that. This is a little bit hard, I think, but you can make this type of section like this. Okay, let's refresh, and after that let's go below. So you can see that we have the about us section also working, and here you have to just replace all of this content. Then after that we have the services section. So let's make the services section now. Okay, so for making the services section, what we can do, we can just add this container, and here we can rename this services. Okay, here you can see that we have this. Now we can have this completely black section. We can have this 1300 max width. Here we can have 80 pixel to the top padding and 80 pixel to the below padding. Okay, then after that we can add a new container, and let's go to the service section, and here we can just make this completely black. Here you can see that so we have to first make this this is the first container, main container, and this is the second main container. Okay, so we're gonna build it like that. So this is our first main container, and this is our second main container. So second box will contain the grid, and first container will contain this. Okay, so there will be some background disturbance, music disturbance in the video, so please don't mind. So here let's add one more sections, and we can always rename the sections one by one. Duplicate this, and here we can write 1 by 2. So now we are going to use the CSS flexbox. So CSS is the language. So if you know the CSS, you can use these properties. These are fully built on the CSS. So here you can see that we have the flexbox property of the CSS. So we can just make it row, and here we can make everything in the center like this. So now you can see that we have to make this. So we can just again copy this from here, and we can paste it here. Then we can again copy this text from here, and we can paste this. Okay, and here we can copy this. Okay, and here we can see we have the learn more button. So let's copy this, and here the learn more button. So we can just go here, and we can just make like this. So for the second container, we can make everything in the center, and we can make this 0. So, and you can see we have the 1 on 1. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to only just replace this text, so you can add your own text here. Okay, and here we can add this text also. Okay, now we have to put some gap here also, so we can just go here and we can put this gaps here 60 pixel. That is, so let's publish. After that we have to make this section. So for making this section we have to use the grid. So let's use the grid here. So let's use the grid. So let's use the grid, and here you can see that we have multiplied this in a 2 columns. So this is the first column, this is the second column. So let's use this here 2 by 2. Okay, let's add a container, and inside this we can add 2 more container. Okay, so here we can name this 1, and inside this we have 1 by 1. We can duplicate this 2 and we can name this 1 by 2. So this is the first container, and we can make everything in the center like this. Okay, now so the first one would be the image. So let me go to this image and we can choose this image. Let's make everything in the center. Here we have the background size, the display size would be covered. Now we can go to the layout, and here we can write 350, 300 height. Okay, after that you can see we have the second container. So here we can go to the first container. You can see that the box is not getting fully, so we can stretch it like this. So let's go to the second one, and here we have this BG theme. Here we can put some padding 40 pixel. Now we can add this heading, so we can copy this heading from here and we can paste this. Just rename this 01, and here we can make this theme style. Now we have to add this. So let me add this. Here we can just copy this text. Here we can make this 40, 35, 32, and here we have the lorem ipsum also, so we can just copy this lorem ipsum. So here we have the 35 pixel, we can just make 33 pixel. Here we can also, okay, like this, and here you can see that we have the read more button. So for adding the read more button, we can use the button property. Okay, like drag and drop this button property, and here we can use the read more. Here we can use the icon library, so we can search for the arrow. Okay, and also we can use this property. We can make this in the end. Here we can use the theme sky blue. Background color would be fully transparent. Padding would be 0, like this. So you can see that this is also fully working. We can also add the hover color to the white, like this. So this is done. Now let me duplicate this. So here you can see that we can duplicate this, and we can duplicate this again. So let's duplicate this multiple times. So for the last one we have to make this row reverse. Also for the last one we can make this row reverse like this. So we have this type of layout. Also we can go to the grid. Here you can just put some gaps. So let's put a gap of 30 pixel. Okay, so this is done. Now let's publish these changes, then we're gonna refresh our front end. And after refreshing, you can see that we have this section is fully working and live. So you have to just replace all of this content according to your fitness center website, and your website section would be ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the whiteweight. Okay, so let's go further. We're gonna build this section now, which is the services section. So for making this type of section, we're gonna add again this. So we can also duplicate this. So let me show the shortcut way. You can just duplicate this here. So let's duplicate this here, and here you can see that we have this. Now we can just go to this, and here we can make this BG theme. Okay, so you can see that we can duplicate this section, then we can name this here services 2, Also you can see that here we have the too much gaps. Also here we have the too much gaps. So for putting this, we can just go to the main section. Here we have the 1 and 2 row. So we can put it here some gaps of 60 pixel like this. So this will be fully understandable if you know the CSS flexbox. So you should have some CSS knowledge for fully understanding this. Okay, now we can go to the second one, and here we can just remove this grid. Okay, now we can add again the fresh grid here, and here we want the four things, so like this. Okay, now let's add a new container here, and here also we can add some padding like 30 pixel, and we can just add this color here like this. So now we can add an image here, and this is the image we're gonna use, so like this. And here also we can have some custom width of this image like this, so let's keep this 35. And here you can see that we can add a heading below, so let's copy this and we can make this fully black. Okay, and here we can make these expert trainers and staff. Okay, and here we can have this 30. Then after that you can see that we have the lorem ipsum value. Here we can make everything in the black color. Okay, let's make everything in the black color. So this is done. Also you can see that we have this hover effect on this image. Also we have this hover color. So for the hover color we can just go here, and here we can put this to white, and this is the image. And here we have the transition, so we can put the bob effect on this like this. Okay, now let's copy this, duplicate this grid, then we can duplicate this again. Okay, like this. So now let's publish these changes, and after that we can just go to our front end and refresh it here. And after refreshing, you can see that we have this website section fully ready. Okay, so here you have to just update all of this content. Okay, so this is a very beginner friendly tutorial. If you are new to WordPress and the Elementor, then this video is for you. Okay, so let's go below where we're gonna make the testimonial section now. Okay, so for making the testimonial section, here you can see that we have this type of layout. So let's go below. Here we can have the two section layout again, and here we can make this testimonial, and here we can write 1300 max width, and this is this. Here we can put 80 pixel to the top and 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, then after that we have to go to this. Inside this we can have this first container, and this is the second container. So for the first container we can have the 40%, and for the second container we can have the 60% width. Okay, now you can see that first we have to add a background image to this. So let's choose this background image. Here we can choose the position center, and display size would be covered. Okay, and this is the top center. Now let's go to the background overlay property, and here we can add some blackish color to this. So we can put it here 0.7. Let's put the 0.6. Let's put the 0.5 and 5. Okay, 0.5 is good. Now we can just go here. We can make everything in the center like this. Okay, now let's go to testimonial layout, and here we can make this 700 max width. Here we can make this to top center. Now we can have this the testimonial web. So let me copy this, and we can just paste it here. Again we have to copy this. Here we have the testimonial. Okay, now we can copy this here and we can paste it here. And here we can make everything in the center. Let's put some 60 pixel here. Okay, we can also increase this font size here, because here whenever we have some empty section we can increase the little bit font size, so it will look some filler here. Grid, so let's add the grid here. Here you can see that we have the 2 by 2, so we can make this 2. Also we can remove all of these paddings from here. Now let's add a container, and this container would have the 30 pixel, and here we can have the BG theme. Okay, now we can just copy this logarithm from here, and we can create the logarithm here. Okay, like this, and here we can have this now. So for that we can use this container. Here we can add that image, so we can choose this image from here. Now we want to make this image in a circular, so we can go to the advanced. Here you will find the mask option. Just add this mask here. Here in the layout we can have this custom. Okay, now we can add a container again, and this will be inside this image. Okay, like this, and here we can increase some font size. Here we can make this. Now we can add a heading here, and this would be Robert Pattinson from Twilight. Okay, so you can use any random things with. I think we can make this capitalized only, and we can make this fully white also. And below that we can duplicate this, and here we can have this client. Okay, and here we can have this, so we can use this 0. And here we can have this 2, and this would be 13 pixel. Okay, like this. So here we can have this container 40. Okay, now we can just duplicate this. We can duplicate this here. Okay, and here we can have this 30. So you can see that this section is also ready. Now just we have to make this sticky. So for making that, choose that, and we can go to the style. Here you will find the attachment to fix, so this will be fixed like this. Okay, let's publish, and after that we can just go here, and here we can remove this testimonial from the top. Let's publish, and after that we can go to the front end, and let's refresh our front end. After refreshing, you can see that we have our fully working testimonial section also ready. Okay, so in this way we can make this beautiful website using the Elementor. Now you can see that we have some more sections here. Okay, so let's go, and we're gonna build that also. Now for making this trainer section, what we can do, we can just again add a flexbox container here, and here we can name this trainers, and this would be 1300 max width, and here we have the 80 pixel to the top, and this would be also 80 pixel to the bottom. And here you can see we have this color, so we can just click on this. Here we can have this digit theme. Okay, then after that you can see that we have to add this, so let's add this here testimonial, and here we can have this. Then we can have this lorem ipsum value here. Okay, this everything will be in the center, and here we can have we can change the content, and here we can write trainers. Here we can have the lorem value. We can make this center. Now we can make this grid. So let's publish this first, and after that we can add a grid here. Okay, now you can see that we have the 4 columns here. So we can make this 4 by 1 like this, and here we can add a container. Let's remove the padding, add an image. Here we can choose this all of these images one by one. Also you can see that we have this very simple and beautiful layout, and this name would be queries Emerson, any random name I am putting. We can put any genuine name here, and I am using all the dummy images. You will use all the genuine images. Okay, I hope you understand my strategy. Here we can make this 35. Okay, now you can see that we can just copy this, paste it, and this would be personal trainer. Okay, and this size would be 235. Personal trainer. Now we can have the social icon. So let's search for the social icon, and we can drag and drop the social icon here. Okay, here we can just duplicate this, and this would be Instagram. Okay, so you can add this type of things, and also choose here rounded or square. So we're gonna choose a square. Let's go to this. Here we're gonna choose a custom color. We can make this white, and we can make this black. Size would be a little bit smaller, and padding would be like this. We can have some spacing here. We can make this here you can see that we have these colors, our color. We can just go here we can go to the icon hour. Here we can make this to theme blue and like this, and this is the hover animation for we're gonna use the grow and rotate animation like this. Okay, so this is done almost. Now let me duplicate this. Okay, let's duplicate this again, and we're gonna duplicate this again. Okay, you have to just replace their images and all of the text content, and your this thing is also done like this. We can replace all of this and this content here. If you want put some spacing here also, you can just go to this, and here we can just add the 30 pixel. Let's publish. Then after that we can just go here and we can refresh this, and after refreshing, if I go below, then you can see that we have this medical or dedicated training section also ready. Okay, in this way you can build this. Now let's move to the further section where we're gonna build the FAQ and we're gonna build the contact section. Okay, so now let's move further. We're gonna build this FAQ section now. So for making this section, we're gonna use again the 2-section layout like this. And here we're gonna rename this FAQ. And after that, we can make this 1300 max width. Here you can see we can add 80 pixel to the top, 80 pixel to the bottom. Okay, then here we can make this to the complete black. We can remove all of this padding, so remove all of this padding from here also. Now you can see we have to add this here, and we can also copy this, and we're gonna paste this here, and here we can write frequently asked questions. Okay, and at the top we can write FAQ. Then we can write this, and here we can remove all of these paddings. So here you can see that we have this this, and here also we need to add the learn more button. So let me copy this learn more button. Here we can just copy and paste any section from anywhere. This is the power of the Elementor, and here we can write learn more, baby. Okay, spelling is wrong, baby, so we're gonna put this more, baby. So let's make this in the caps. Okay, learn more. So after that you can see we have this accordion. So let me search for the accordion widget, and here we can just drag and drop this. We can put some gap here also. 60. Okay, now let's first we gonna make this complete white. Stretch, and this would be in the end. So this would be in the end like this. Okay, so if I go to the header, you can see we have the hover property also. For the hover property, we can make this black. For the active property also, we can make this black, because for the accordion, the hover color. Okay, so the normal color would be. Okay, so the normal color would be this gray one. Okay, let's put some padding here. Okay, then after that we can go to the hover color. Here we can put that theme. Here we can also put that. Okay, now let's go to the header, and here we can have the font size a little bit bigger. 20 is good. Now we have to just put this question. So what are your opening hours? Okay, so we can just put one random question here, and you can put all your general question here. And for that, after that, we can add a text editor here. Copy and paste, and here you can see we have the item 1. Here we can just put some padding to this, 20 pixel, 30 pixel. Also we can remove this borders. So we can just go to the border type and none, and also for the item 1, which is the inside one, so the border will be none. Okay, and for the accordion, we can go to the header, and we can little bit make this smaller. Okay, smaller, and the inner one would be like this. Okay, like this. Then you can see here the accordion. Here we have the distance space between, so we can put a space between 15 pixel. Okay, so in this way we can just add more question and answer. So let's me duplicate this here. You can make this multiple. Okay, so in this way you can just put all the question and answer. So this is working now. So we have done our accordion FAQ section also. Now let's refresh this. Okay, so this is a very beginner friendly tutorial. I hope you understand how you can make this type of tutorial and websites. So you can see our accordion is fully working, and this is fully working now. Now let's, okay, so one thing is left, that we don't put this background image, which is the drops. So for that we can just choose the drop here. Okay, then we can make this you can see that we have these drops, so we can just make everything in the center. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, so after that we can make this in the center and center. So let's see, this sometime it loads a little bit late, so we can make this center and center, and display size will be covered. And for the background overlay we can use the black properties like this. Okay, let's publish. Now after that let's refresh our front end. Okay, so our website is almost completed, only some sections are left. So let's quickly make that section also, and at last I will show you how you can make this fully responsive also. Okay, so for making this section, now we have to again use the 2-section layout here. So let's add the 2-section layout, and here we can rename this. Okay, here we can write 1300 max width. Here we can have the 80 pixel to the top and 80 pixel to the bottom padding. Okay, so whenever you make layouts, always clear your paddings because Elementor puts some padding also by default. You don't want to use that. Okay, now you can see that we have this grayish color a little bit, so we can go to the styles and here we can make this BG theme. Okay, now let me go here and here we gonna use the sky blue. So here we gonna use the 45 and for this one we're gonna use the 55 and here we can also make this zoom standard and this would be 60. Okay, now let's add this image here. Here we can use this image. Now let me go here and here we can have the 60 and this would be 40. This would be 60 and would be 50. Now we can just make it to the top. We can add EM value and we can add the negative value to this. Okay, here we can put this negative value like this. Now let's publish these changes. So here you can see that we have the contact section now. And here we can just add this. Okay, so here we can say contact us. And here we can just put this. And here we can add this. Now you can see here we have this content here. Okay, now we're gonna put this form. So for adding the form, we can search for here form. You can just drag and drop this form here. We can use this medium. We don't want to show the label. Okay, and here we can just duplicate this, and here we can use the number, and here we can use the phone. So here we can use so here we can make this first name, and for the placeholder also we can put this first name. We can duplicate this and this would be last name. Okay, so here we have the width 50%. Email would be also 50% and phone number would be also 50%. And here would be 6. Okay, like this. Now we can just go to this field option and here we can have the background color to blank. Here we can make the text color would be white. Here we have the background border with this. Here we can have the border with this and here we can just have the DG theme. Make this white. Border radius will be 0. So in this way, and here we can go to this and here for the row we can have this 15 and this would be 15. Okay, now you can see we have this button. Now we have to put this background color to the sky blue. Here you can just make this here you can see that we have the submit button, so we can just go to the content. Here we have the button and here we have the submit button. Now we can make this 25% width, full width. Now we can just go to the button option, and here we can have the text padding too. Okay, here we can have the border radius also to 0, like this. Okay, so in this way you can see our this section is also ready. And for the hover effect, we can also put the hover effect here. So we can just go to the hover. Here we can have this color, and this would be fully black, and animation would be shrink. Now let's publish, and after that you can see that we have the contact us button for contact section fully responsive working now. Now let's refresh our front end, and after refreshing, let's move further. Here you can see our contact us section is fully working. Okay, so in this way we can make this type of forms also. Now let's move to the final part of the video where we're gonna build the header and footer. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna build the header and footer. So for making the header and footer, we can go to the templates, open the theme builder from here. Now you can see we have to make this section. Okay, so we have to make this footer. So we can add this footer here. And this is the footer. We have to make this type of footer. So let's wait for it to open. Sometime Elementor takes time to load, so let's wait for it to open. Okay, we can close this here. Now you can see we have this section. Now let's add this to this, and here also we can do one more thing. We can use this 4 section. Okay, now we can rename this to footer, and this we can write 1300 max width. Everything would be in the space between and center. Okay, let's remove all of these paddings. Okay, now let's go inside. Here we can have the remove these paddings. We can remove this padding also. Here we can have 80 pixel. Here we can have 80 pixel. So here we can use this background image. This would be center, and display size would be cover. And for the background overlay property, we can make it completely black, like this. And here we can have this, and here we can use the background gym, this logo. Okay, now let me show you that we can copy this. Okay, so you can copy any section from anywhere. Suppose I want to copy this text, so I can copy this text here. So you can see we can copy this text. Okay, so in this way you can copy your sections from anywhere using the Elementor. Now we can just click on this, and here we can have the custom value. Here we can put the 70 pixel. Okay, now let's copy our social icon. So for copying the social icon, we can just go here, and we can just copy this here. This here we can have the 30. Okay, so in this way this is also done. Now we can just have some width. So here you can see that we have the 4 sections, so we can divide this. So let's make this 40 pixel width, 40%, and this width will take and the rest 3 will take 20% all. So total would be 100%. So in our website we always have the 100% width, so we have to divide that accordingly. Now you can see we have this. Now we can make this here like this. Here we can make this in like this. Now let's decrease this section. And here we can write quick links, and here we can write Davis Neo, and this would be 500. Here we can increase and decrease the size of this. Here we can make this completely white. Okay, now we're gonna search for the list, and we can drag and drop this here. and here we can remove all of this. Here we can write this home. Now we can duplicate this all the links here, and here we can duplicate this like about. Here we can just put services. Okay, here we can put testimonials. Okay, so in this way you can put all of this. Here let's put the blocks. Here also we can put the contact. In this way we can put here like this. Here we don't use the icon. We can make everything in the white. Okay, now we can just make this to 10, and for the text here we can make this like this. Okay, now we can duplicate this. First we have to remove the rest container. Let's duplicate this one more time. So you can see we have this. Here we can write programs, and here you can put all your programs like weight training. Here you can put weight training. Here you can put yoga center. Here you can write gymnast. Okay, so whatever you are offering in your programs, you can just put it there. And here we have to search for, we can make our contact. Okay, so here we can add our phone number. Suppose I want to add this phone number to my website, so you have to just search for the phone. Okay, let's put this. Four, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Also, you want to redirect to the link, you can just click here on this and add the TEL, and you have to remove all of these extra spaces. Okay, always remove all of the extra spaces. Now let's and here we can write pump zone at the rate contact me. Okay, so here we can choose any mail. Here we can choose any mail logo. Okay, now we can put some address bar here. So we're gonna search for the map here. So let's search for the map icon here, and here we can choose any random address. So let's use this California address. Here I have the United States, which are generated from the ChatGPT. So if you want to generate content for your website, always use the ChatGPT. Okay, because ChatGPT now start make all the contents very fast and good. Okay, so the people who are working as the content writer, their jobs are almost gone. So this is the power of the AI and losses for someone also. So we have this space between here. Okay, like this. So all of these sections are working. I think we have completed our footer. Let's see. So our footer is also fully completed. Now we have to publish this, and we have to add the condition attached and save and close. Now let's go to our front end and see if our footer is loaded or not. So you can see our footer is completely loaded. Now let's move to the final part of the video where we're gonna build the header. Okay, now let's move to the final part of the video where we're gonna make the footer. So let's go to the templates again, and we're gonna use the theme builder here. Okay, here you can see we have the header. Now let's add the header. So we're gonna make this two section header. You can see in the first section we have the address, and here we have the social icon, and in the second header we have the logo, we have the menu, and we have the learn more button. So I'm gonna show you how you can build this type of header also. Okay, if you enjoy and if you watch the video much time to so if you are enjoying to our videos, please subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Here we're gonna put 1400 max width. So after that you can see we have this first section. So first we're gonna make the first header. So you can write here header 1, or you can write top header. So always name your section, so it will be easy to find which section is which when you have a very bigger website. Because right now we are making only single page website, because that's why it is easy to find which section is which. But when you are making any client website where you will have so many pages, so many loops and all, so you can always name your sections. So this will be easy to find further which section is which. Now you can see that here we have this. So for that what we can do, we can again add a list here. Okay, and here we can add this, and here we can use the map. Okay, then we can again copy this and we can paste this. Here we can put this to 4. Okay, here you can see that icon. Here you can see we have this full color. Now let's first we gonna make this completely black. Okay, and for this also we can make this fully white. Okay, like this. And for the social icon also, let's use the social icon. So let me refresh my front end here. So when you refresh the front end, you can see we will load our footer also. So let's wait for it. If I go below, you can see that I have this footer. Also we have the social icon here, so we can just copy the social icon and we can paste this here like this. Here you can see that for the social icon on the hover we have this color which is already same. So I think after refreshing this is not loaded, so let me close all of this. Let me refresh this now. Now let me add a new section here, and this is our header too. And here we can have 1400 max width. And here we have the space within center. Then here we have the image. Okay, then here you can see that we have the this logo. Okay, then here we have the header too. Okay, now we can add this WordPress menu. So right now we don't have any menu, so let's add. So we will add this at last. Now we can just open this with Elementor. We want this button to our header. Now first publish our header this much. After that, let's try to load our header. After that, you can see that we have this header fully working at the top. This size a little bit bigger for the header, so let me change its size to this. Okay, now let's see it is loaded or not. So you see this is loaded. Now we can just copy this, and here we can paste this. Okay, we can go to the button, and here we have to remove this extra margin from the top. Okay, and here you can see we have this image, and here we can write 15, publish. Here we can use the menu property. Here we can have the final menu and header. Then we can add this menu. So right now you can see we have the about services testimonial. So let me show you how we can build this now. Here you can see that when I click on this, we have this. So we have this CSS ID at the top. So we want to add this CSS ID in our section where we want to redirect this. So for that, what we can do, we can add this home. Now we have the about and services. So let's go to the custom links, and here we can add about, and here we have the services. Then we have the testimonials and contact. So we can have this testimonials, contact. Also we have one more menu which is the trainers. Okay, trainers, and we can also add this in the menu above the testimonial. Then let's save the menu. And after saving the menu, let's go here and we're gonna drag and drop this menu. So you can see our menu is automatically loaded without reloading the page, refreshing the page. Okay, so this is the power of the Elementor. Okay, then we can see we have this fully capital and this type of effect. So let's make this. Here we're gonna choose the background, and this would be sweep shutter in vertical, or so here also we have the so much animation. You can choose any whatever you want. Okay, like this. Now after that we can go to this, and here we can use the Helvetica font. This would be 500, and transform would be uppercase. Let's play with the font size. Okay, and here we can make this completely white. So when we hover, we want this color, and for this color also. Let's for the hover we can make this black, and for the active we can make this black also. Okay, so here you will find so many effects. You can just choose it whatever you want, like this. Let's put some gap into this. We have the space between would be 10. Okay, like this. Now let's publish, and after that we can go to the prompt zone here, and we can do. Okay, so you can see that we have successfully built our footer also. So you can see when I scroll below, then this part of the footer header is always sticky at the top. So for making this header at the top, we can just click on this header, go to the advanced, and here you will find the motion effect, and here we will find the sticky and make this top. So this will be always sticky at the top like this. So let's publish, and after that let's refresh our front end again. And after refreshing, you can see that when I scroll below, then this part of the header is always sticky at the top. Now let me show you how you can link this section. Right now you can see that we are getting the CSS ID, but they are not linked to anywhere. So let's link this section one by one. Here we have the CSS ID this, so we can link this home, about, and here we have the services. So we can link this to the services. Then we have our testimonial. So let's click on this. We have the testimonials. So I can copy this from the URL directly. Okay, and here we can add the CSS testimonial. Here we can write the trainer. CSS ID would be trainers. And here we can write the FAQ. If you have FAQ, you can just add this idea, but if you don't want to add. Then I have the contact also, so let's add the contact, and CSS ID would be contact. Okay, so let's publish the final time, and after publishing, let me go here and we're gonna refresh this. And after refreshing, if I click on the about, it will take me the about, services, trainer, testimonials, contact. Okay, so in this way we can link our websites to the respective section to the landing. Okay, so now let's move to the final part of the video where we're going to build the mobile responsiveness, and I will show you how you can put the animations in the website. Okay, so now let me show you how you can do the mobile responsiveness. Before that, I will okay, so let's first clear the mobile part. So here you can see that I have this whole website, and here also we have the header which we have made. Also we have the footer at one place, so you can directly edit that from here. So let's first go to the mobile part, and the text and the tablet part is almost same. So we can click on the main section, and here you can see we have this, so we can put here is 80, and we can put 20, this would be blank, and 20. So you can see we have some spacing. Now let's go to this, and here we can add the 50. Okay, so in this way let's increase this and make this to 55. Then we can go to this, and here also we can have this to 60, 20, 60 and 20. And here we have the container, and if I go to the counter box, here I think we have this negative margin, so let's put this. Okay, so you can see that how quickly we are making our website using the Elementor. So this is a very beginner friendly tutorial if anyone want to learn this. Okay, so let's go below. Here you can see. Now here we have this. So here also we can have this 60, 20, 60 and 20. Okay, here we can make this also. Okay, then after that, here let's click on this 60, 20, 60 and 20. So you have to just play with the sizes. Okay, so this is also looking good. You can, if you want, you can also adjust the font size if you want to show different font size, but I prefer to use this. Now let's make this in the center. Okay, here also we can make this to full width like this. So here you can see automatically all these sections are fully responsive. Here we have the FAQ section. Here we can have the 60. Here we can have the 60 and 20. Okay, so this is also working. Now we can add this here 60, 20, 60 and 20. Okay, let's put it here 130 like this. So you can see the home page is almost responsive. Now let me go to the footer and I will make the footer responsive. So for making the footer responsive, we can just click on this. Here you can see we are having this very close. So let me go here, and here we can just add 60, 20, 60 and 20. Okay, also we can increase this size. Okay, like this. Here we can make this full width, and here also we can have this. So here in the footer we can have this to 60 like this. You can see all the links are fully working. Okay, so in this way we can make the header home page and our footer responsive. Now only our header is responsiveness left. So let's go to the top, and here we can choose the header. Okay, so now it's time to make the header responsive. Now let's click on this top header. We can make everything in the center. We can make this in the center also. Okay, and we can put some gap here if you want, but gap is not recommended. Okay, we can make this gap to smaller. Now move to the second, and here we can add 10 to all. Here also we can put 8 to all. Okay, now let's go here, and here we can increase this size. So for that we're gonna use a percent value. Now we're gonna increase this. Okay, and here we can have this to 10. Here we have the toggle button. Background color would be white, and here we can have this. Now we can just go to the drop down, and here we can have this drop down color to theme sky blue. Theme sky blue, and this would be black. Okay, here you have the toggle button, and this would be black. And we can make this white, and this would be black again, like this. Okay, so we have this. So you can see we have successfully built this also. For the drop down, you can use some font, like we can use the font Helvetica. We can make this to little bit 15. Okay, and here we can have this 14, and this would be 600 like this, but I recommend to use the 500. Okay, so let's publish, and after that let me refresh our front end final part, and now I will show you how you can put the animation. So right now you can see that if I go to the mobile part, so you can see the mobile part of the website is fully working here like this. So you can see how fast we have built the whole website. Now let me show you how you can put the animation. So let's go to this home page again, and let's open up our edit page. Now I will show you how you can put some animations in your website. So right now when I refresh the main site, let's refresh. Here you can see we have this type of animations. Okay, like this. So I will show you this type of animations. So now for adding the animations, we have to choose whatever container and whatever text or image. You can add animations everywhere. So you can see here we have text, image, container, rows and columns. So you can add animation anywhere. So for this we're gonna put, so I will show you how you can put a sequence animation. So right now you can see that we have this text. So let's put this animation in this. So we can go to the motion effect. Here we have the entrance animation. Suppose I want the zoom in animation here, so we can add like this. Here we can add fast, and here I can choose 50. Okay, so this is the delay time. Always keep the delay time at first we keep the delay time 50. Now let's make it 100. So first that would come, then after that this will come. More the time, more it will appear at last. Okay, then we have this here. This also we have the sliding up animation, and this would be fast, and this would be 150. And here we have this. Then again we can write the zoom in animation, and this would be fast, and this would be 200. Now we want to put the animation in this image, so we are on the 200 delay time. So for that we can use the zoom in animations, and this would be fast, and this would be 250. Okay, now let's publish, and we're gonna refresh our front end to see the live animations. So let's go to the top of the website, and we're gonna refresh. So after refreshing you can see that after refreshing you can see that we have this animation working here perfectly. So you can see again this is coming here like this. Okay, so in this way you can put all the animations in your website everywhere. So I will give you all these images in the video description for free to check it out, and also you can buy this pre-made website from the video description at very affordable rates. Also you can check out our all website kits in the video description by going to our website. Okay, so if you are new to our channel, subscribe to the channel, like and share our videos with your friends, and I'm gonna see you next time.